What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the channel. On this episode, we're going to be working on my boy Noisy Cricket. So as you can see, I've got a set of burnout tires here, and I'm starting to get my burnout gear ready. And the reason I'm doing that is they've got the turkey run down there at Daytona Beach, Florida, and Daytona, Florida, here on the 29th. It's a burnout competition down there at the turkey run. And I'm thinking about taking my boy Noisy Cricket down there and having a little bit of fun. We missed out on a lot of the burnout competitions this year due to mechanical failure, eye surgery stuff, just general stuff here at the farm and at the shop. But we've got a little bit of available time here during Thanksgiving, so I think I'm going to run my boy down there. But first, I'd like to get this rear end down. Excuse the, the water remnants on the floor. My shop flooded yesterday because of all the rain. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I want to get this rear end way down. Now, I do not have time to put a 4-link on here, but what I do have is a 3-inch lowering block kit from my friends up there at Advanced Auto Parts. As you guys know, they're huge sponsors of the channel. Go check them out. Tell them BRG sent you. But anyway, nice little plug there. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to install this 3-inch aluminum block kit and get my rear end down a little bit. That way I can get my tires tucked in way up underneath the fender wells. Play the geometry on the car a little bit and just get this, down kissing the concrete is what I'm saying. So if you guys want to hang out with me today while we get this installed, I think it's going to be a pretty good time. We're going to play around for a little bit. Might even get into a little bit of something else. But anyway, let's quit talking about it. Let's be about it. This is Buster Radio Garage. All right, so first things first is we've got to get some jack stands here so we can get this rear end up in there, get it just dangling. So let's go ahead and get these jack stands. We'll run over here, get a couple jacks. And we'll get old Noisy Cricket's rear end just dangling here. Come on, little buddy. Get this rear end jacked up in the air right quick. Get in there. All right, we want to get this good and high in the air because, I need the room, that, and I'm big boned anyway. So let's get him up here. All righty then. Plenty of room. We'll set our jack stands right up underneath our torque boxes here. Get up there. All right, come on down, little fella. Easy. Woo, boy, that thing's got some flex in it. Good night. Hopefully we got enough to get it off there. All right, let's go ahead and get these tires off here right quick. The downside to doing this work is we're probably not going to be able to run these tires anymore. It's going to drop the rear end or raise the rear end, however you want to look at it, to the point these aren't going to fit, which is fine. We'll save this set of wheels for something else and we'll just put something else on here. But these are some big old honking tires on here now. Good night. We'll save on these lug nuts. All right, let's go ahead and get this side off here real quick. Get off there. All righty then. Come on, little buddy. All right, let's get you down on the stands. Easy. Good deal. All right, let's get these U-bolts off, get this rear end raised up a bit, get our blocks put in, and get back to work. All right, guys, first things first, let's go ahead and get these shocks out of the way. Get them moved right quick. Come out of there. All right. Good deal. Let me go get a hammer to pop them off. Come out of there. All right, good deal. One more. Ah, you're going to be a booger, ain't you? Huh? Wow. All right. Well, we'll fix your little red wagon. We'll fix your little red wagon, buddy. Come out of there. Good deal, Lucy. All right, guys. We got both of our shocks unhooked. They're just kind of dangling there. So now we're going to go ahead and take these U-bolt nuts off, get these U-bolts pulled out, and then we're going to go ahead and raise this rear end. So let's go and get these U-bolts out of the way right quick. All right, we're gonna need that in a minute. Oh, mercy sakes. And I have a lift, you all. And I'm down here on the ground. That's all right. Builds character. All right, where can I put you out of the way out here? Let's get these U-bolts right quick. Come on. Playing around. There's one. I'm gonna take our time with these now. That one's cross-threaded on there, I believe. It's all right, let's go and get this one loose. For me, I kind of want to be careful when you're undoing things like this because you could still have some residual tension. Rather be safe than sorry. I don't know what's going on with this one over here. Maybe I cross-threaded putting it on. I don't know. Was I in a hurry? Probably. Do I need to turn up the juice? All right, let's turn up the juice. We might have to break out Big Daddy for that one. Woo-wee, what size is that? 3/4? I've got one of them on Big Daddy. Hold on. You done messed up, pal. Yeah, you did. You done messed up now. Oh, it ain't gonna fit in there. Are you serious? Come on, man. All right, hold on. Gee whiz. Well, I guess we're back to Little Daddy. Might have to get a different battery. Come out of there. Fine. Oh, yeah. I bet that thing is hotter than you all. Woo! All right, let's go ahead and get you out of here. Come on. Get out of there. Getting our bottom bracket out of here. There's washers. All right. Take that. All right, consider you bolt out. Boom. All right, cool, guys. Got all the U-bolts out. This one here was a little stickler. Actually, I had to break out the tool to get that one off there, but she got to there, and that was all it was having. So, got everything pulled out on this side. We're good to go. Got our shock mount sitting there. Same thing on this side. Got everything pulled out. And you guys know I throw nothing away, so we'll put all these in the box that I'm pulling the new ones out of, and we'll save these for maybe another project or parts or pieces or whatever. So, anyway, let's go over here. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Got ahead of the game. Let's get a jack up underneath this rear end, get it lifted up off these springs, and start getting ready to put our blocks in. All right, back under you go, bud. Get off that cord. Let's get you up under here and see if we can get this lifted off these springs. Oh, money. All right, this side looks like it's volunteering first. So let's go get our blocks. We'll get that one kind of set in place, and then we'll fold this other one over here. Alrighty then, let's see. So we'll just go ahead and take everything over with us. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this. This is a 3-inch kit. I have roughly 8 inches of room to work with. So hopefully this is gonna work. Well, shut, come on. Let's go to work. Alrighty then. Oh, noisy cricket, buddy. Shoo, dog. All right, let's get you under here. It's gonna get a little snug now because I gotta work around not only the car, but the jack. Hopefully, this ring is gonna fit inside there. Well, we're gonna jack you up a little bit more. Get up there. All right. Oh, money. Then we're also gonna have to worry about our pinion angle too. So now let's see if we can get this to set down there on that. And we are gonna be in there like swimwear. Might be able to just pull it down on there. I'm gonna have to rotate. I'm gonna have to get a second jack and rotate the front of that rear end around. Let me get another jack right quick. And we'll see if we can just go ahead and bolt that right there. Sweet. All right, did that help us for our pinion angle? I hope. Ugh. Get out of the way. Okay, what do I got to do here? Do I got to rotate you down? Is that what I got to do? I think so. Let's bring you down just a tickle. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that might have done it. Did it? Maybe. Ugh. Almost. Super close. Let's let her down just a tickle more. A lot of grunting under here. I think we're money right there now. Let's try that out. Oh, yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Let me let her down a little bit more, and we'll go ahead and put her bolts in. Sweet. There we go. I should do it. Oh, yeah, that's money. That is money. I like the way it put our pinion angle, too. I like that a lot more better. Score. All right, let's see if we can get these in. Where's my shock mount? Okay. There's one. Something in my eye. There's two. Okay. Now these shock mounts tend to be a little funny when it comes to these U-bolts. Get on there. All right. Look at that. Score. Did they give us washers, I hope? I'm just going to let that fall back off there. Didn't open my nuts and bolts. All right, let's get you open. We'll just dump them all. It'll be all right. All right, let's see if we can get you back on here now. Look at that. Almost like it was supposed to go there. Money, 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 money. Money. Well, what are you doing here? Get in there. All right. I don't know what day you're all going to see this on. A Sunday or a Wednesday, but I'm trying to do both days every week. But I think this turkey run burnout competition is going to be fun. It'll be in Florida. Nowhere near as cold as it is here right now. Thank God. And we get to do a burnout. We haven't done one since Mopar. And then, of course, the blower locked up. And then, excuse me, I got to buying cars. And you all know the deal. I'm hoping this gets my rear end way down. And then we'll change the exhaust. And then what this is going to do is going to force all the smoke under the car, plume up, and then the exhaust will blow it out. That is, I think it's going to help with the geometry, a little bit of spinning the car around, which that's what I'm hoping for. Oh yeah, we're getting on there now, by God. All right, let's see if we can snug him up a tickle. Are you the same size? Oh my goodness, you are. Looky there. Why have I got this extension on there? I mean, really, why don't we just do it like this? I mean, good grief. Look, probably ought to put it on third. We're not going to goose everything all the way down right yet. We're going to get that other side on first. We'll get her good and started here. All right, good deal. Let's go and get this other side on right quick. All right, let's get this side put on. Come here. Alright. I wonder if I can just lift this side. Oh, Lord, no. Lord, no. Let's see if we can jack her up, though, by God. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That ought to work. Maybe. A little bit more. Maybe. A little bit more. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. All right, let's lower her down on there. Easy. Easy. Oh, nope. Oh. Which way do you got to go, little fella? Got to come this way? Let's try that. Oh, looky there. Money! All right. We'll keep the jack there for safety. Let's go ahead and get these put on. It's like downtown. All right, let's get you put on. Let's get our nuts and bolts and tools over here this time. Last time we forgot about it. Now I know those of you who are watching are probably noticing the same thing I'm noticing. And that is our U-bolts are way below our hub here. So we're going to have to get some blank wheels on here. Lower this down. And see how it's actually going to set when the tires are popped. And we might have to come in here and cut these bolts down. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, let's get you where you got to go. Where you want to be, right there. And that looks good from my house. So let's get a couple of you on here. Wow, where are you going? This is your new home. Get on there. There you go. Get a couple of these on here. Get everything good and tightened. Gotta get our shocks put back on. And then we're going to put some bare wheels on here and take this all the way down and let it sit on the bare wheels and see what everything looks like. You smell what I'm cooking? Y'all still awake out there? Hello? Hello? I know. It's boring. I know. Believe me. I get bored over here. Are you gonna go on there or not? We're not starting this cross. Well, where are you going now? We're not starting this cross-threading business now. Get one on each side here. Well, get on there. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Make sure I put that on there, right? Yeah, okay. You just never know. You get old and you forget things. I know I do. I'm hoping 3 inches isn't too much. It'd be the first time in my life it is. Get in there. All right. Get you all nice and snug over here. Where's the last one go? All the way over there. All right, enough of this hand business. Let's get the old Power tools out. Let them do the spinning. Get on there, buddy. Good deal. All right, let's get this thing up in the air. We're going to get Big Daddy under here and we're going to goose these things down like ain't nobody's business. And then we'll go from there. Well, give me my box back. What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Oh, we got to get shocks on there, but I want to get these goose down first. Let's get Big Daddy. Oh. Should be enough room for him in here now. All I got. Oh, wrong direction. Hold on. These ain't never coming off here. All right, good deal. Let me get the other side. I'll go and get the shock put on right quick. Are you gonna go up or not, bud? Oh, mercy. Yeah. Them shocks ain't playing around. All right. Get my hammer. You on there, bub? Good deal. Nice. All right, where's the washer? Might as well, we're over here, right? All right, now, like I was saying, let me go get the other side done and I'll check back with you guys in a couple minutes. All right, guys, we got everything hooked back up, cleaned up, all set up, ready to go. So now what we need to do is put bare wheels on here, get the car on its own weight and make sure nothing under the car is gonna drag, right? Because essentially, this is a burnout car. So this is your goal at the end of every burnout, is to make sure your wheels look like this. And we just need to make sure, for one, that shock mount's not gonna drag and or those U-bolts. So let's throw these bare wheels on real quick. We'll pull the jack stands out, the jack out, and we'll set the car on these wheels and see if we gotta do any trimming or if this is even gonna work, right? So let's set it up and find out. All right, let's see if this was all for nothing. Hopefully all we got to do is minimal trimming to bolts. I'm hoping we don't have to fold those shock mounts. If my measuring's right, we should have about an inch or so to spare Man, and I'm hoping that is the truth. I mean, I never could measure, but you never know. You get lucky every now and again. Come on, get on there. I don't know why I'm putting all 4 on. 2 would be enough. But we're already in here. Let's do it all the way. Oh, no you don't. You ain't stripping on me, buddy. Alright. Phew! Alright, let's do the other side. Alright guys, we got both our wheels on. Let's get this car off the jack stands and pray. Alright guys, I'm going to watch from here. You watch from your side and let me know if you see anything. I can already tell you right now, I think we're going to be in trouble. Easy, good grief, easy. Okay, well I can't even get the jack out. So, but what I can tell you right now is our shock mounts are going to hit. So, yeah. I'll get you in here all deep like and show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see where my wheel is, and you can see where my shock mount is. My shock mount, I mean those bolts are going to hit, but they're irrelevant. I can cut those off. But my shock mount is definitely going to hit before my wheel does. And I can't even get my jack out if I'm being 100% honest. So we're going to have to get the low pro jack for that. But the problem is we're going to have to either trim this off or go with a bigger wheel. Maybe a 17 or something. So yeah, we might be making a trip to the junkyard. But I'm at least going to put tires on here and see what that looks like, and we'll go from there. So let me get this back up in the air. We'll put some tires on here and see how they fit within the fender wells. But yeah, I guess I'm going to be going to the junkyard. Good grief. Some days you're the dog, some days you're the fire hydrant. Dang it. All right, guys, there we go. So we've got the actual burnout wheels and tires mounted on the car now. I think we're going to be good on both sides. But we're going to go ahead and drop him down and see what we got. So let's let her rip, Tater Chip. All right, here goes nothing. Well, we're definitely not dragging. But I like that a whole lot better. Got everything up in. Let me look. I got a whole hand worth of room there. Looks really good. Let's check out this side. Oh, yeah. We are golden. Good deal. I would actually like for it to sit just a tickle lower, but that's all we're going to be able to go. That is it. So we'll get those wheels painted up again. These are just the burnout wheels. Let me get this light out of the way. It's driving me nuts. Out of the way. Again, these are just the burnout wheels. We're going to get another set of just regular stock cop wheels for the back to paint them pink. Because those 295s are not going to fit there. But I'd rather have the car set up for the burnout competition than set up to look super cool going down the road. But awesome. I love it. So now, all we got to do is find some 17-inch 5x4.5 steelies, and I know I do not have any. All of mine are 15, but that's fine. We can hit old Jack's junkyard and buy half a dozen wheels that are going to work and slap them on there. All right, cool, guys. That was a fun little episode today. We got Noisy Cricket all put back up, staged up in his little area here. That is exactly what I wanted. So next up is going to be his exhaust. We'll remove these stacks or headers, whatever you prefer them to be. Run new exhaust out, dump it right here behind the rear tires. So he'll be able to shoot a smoke out the back rather than, the exhaust being up here. So very cool. So I went ahead and got the shop all cleaned back up, good to go. I've got a surprise for you out on the trailer for the Dirty Dodge. And then we've got to get going on these other 3, but Monzilla is going to be next. So you guys know the deal. I love you. We'll catch you next time. I appreciate you watching. BRG out.